So today I'm going to show you how to make VETKOEK, which is a traditional South African fried bread. If you're on diet, you might not want to be eating VETKOEK, but it's very delicious, and you can serve it with filled with curried mince. That's quite traditional. You can also do it with jam and cheese. It freezes really well as well. So it's a yeast dough that I'm going to show you how to make now. It's honestly so easy. I've got 500 mils of lukewarm water, and to that I'm going to add a packet of yeast. So I'll add that in now before the water starts getting colder. I've got 1 kilo of flour. I'm going to be using about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 3 tablespoons of sugar. And that's all it is that you're going to use to make this delicious fried bread. So first thing is to dissolve the yeast into that water. So the 1 kilo of flour is going into the bowl. To that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt, and 3 tablespoons of sugar. Mix it around. So what I'm going to be doing is creating like a little well in the middle, and then I'm going to start pouring in this yeast water mixture. So I'll pour in a little bit first and give it a bit of a stir. We will get to a point where it will be ready to be kneaded, but yeah, just putting it in, giving it a little stir. Make another little well, pour some more, and mix it in. Add some more. Last bit in. There's a little bit of yeast stuck on here. Let's get that off. Don't want to waste anything. Right. It's going to be time soon to start with the hands. Once it's come together, you'll add in the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'd probably, yeah, you'll add that in. You don't add that in now because this needs to get mixed together. So I'm going to start with the hands. And just mix it in. If you've got like a dough attachment on your food processor, then use that. I don't have a food processor, so I use the old-fashioned hand method. So I just got to make sure that it's all mixed together and that there's no pockets of flour just left. So you're wanting like a nice soft dough. And you can see it's already sticking to my fingers. Now if I take this off, it won't be sticking to my fingers anymore. But there's a bit of flour left at the bottom that I'm trying to incorporate here. Move that to the top maybe. And when I add that olive oil, that just sort of stops the dough from sticking, and it does make it easier to work with. Because what I will be doing is I'm going to be leaving this to rise for about an hour. Probably the amount of time it's going to take me to go and feed my animals. Right, I'm going to add in that olive oil. With my hand, that is. Just wanting 2 tablespoons, so I'm just going to do it like this. And then I'll need that olive oil in as well. So you're wanting a nice, soft, elastic dough. That's going to be great to work with. You can see, oh, look at this lovely dough that's now going to be left to rise. So I'm going to cover this up, sort out my animals, come back, and hopefully it will have risen quite a bit. So I'm just back from feeding the animals. Let's see. Wow, look how this has risen. So I'm going to punch it down now, and then I'm going to form it into balls. So I've got them into 12 balls. I'm going to cover them again with a dishcloth for 15 minutes. And in those 15 minutes, I'm going to make some curried mince. I'm just making a quick curried mince with some veggies in for the filling. It doesn't matter. You can have savoury mince. It doesn't have to be curry mince. It can be your own recipe. Goodness gracious, these can't stop rising. Right, I've now got the pot filled with oil, so the oil's going to get hot, and then I'm going to drop these in. I'll only put in probably 3 in the pot at a time, so it's going to be done in stages. My curry mince is ready, and I can put 4 in at a time. and I'm going to be turning them over to make sure that it cooks all the way around. And you want it to be like a golden brown. You can see they're starting to get brown, so I'm going to turn them over. So I've turned them over, and you're wanting them to be golden brown on the outside, and they're going to be nice and crispy on the outside, soft in the inside. Soft and fluffy on the inside. So there's some more cooking, and I've got some open, so I will be putting the filling on. There you have it. Delicious VETKOEK. VETKOEK with curry mince.